good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys at. It's your boy again, Goke Taiwo. Thank you very much for joining us and watching our shows and commenting. Really appreciate it. Today we got two of my very good friends, 89 set with me from Command Secondary School, the Baja, and it's a Canadian affair because the other two brothers live in Canada, and to rightfully that, I wear my Roots Canada shirt. I wear my Roots Canada shirt, because we're all Canadians too, So hey, I'm representing from Maryland, and also want to say congratulations to the U.S. for changing God, the president, to Biden. We're very happy about that in the States, and our Canadian brothers are very supportive about that too. So congratulations to the U.S. It's going to be a new dawn in the United States from 2021. I'm excited, so I had to say that. So that said, I'll pass it over to my co-host, Ifeda Polowe.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ifeda Polowe again, flying us house, class of 88 set, Command Secondary School, Ipaja, Lagos. I don't know whatever with these Canadian folks. It took them forever to come on board. It is very unfortunate. But again, when it comes to America, Canada is always behind, so we understand. We welcome you guys, though. Hey, how you doing now?
I do.
Chino, our father.
I do. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Chino, Edwin and Chino are from Dragon House. Although, when we were in school, I never knew Chino's house. He was one of those guys that was everywhere. he was squatting every house. Actually, I thought it was in Scorpion House, but it's actually in Dragon. So I'll give you guys the floor to introduce yourself. Shino, you want to start?
Thanks, Fair. Thanks, Goki. It's a great pleasure coming on this platform to talk about our experiences in command. As you also know, my name is Shino Olatunji. My first name is Shino. My last name is Olatunji. It's nice set. I reside in Canada now, and I'm glad to be on this forum. That's it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Edward.
Hi, my name is Adiran Esichiri. I also live in Canada, and I was in Dragon House 89 set. I have lived and worked. Well, I have worked in about 6 countries so far, and I'm so happy to be here. And I just want to use this opportunity to shout out to Goke and Ife. You guys are doing a fantastic and awesome job. Thank you very much for this.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Right. So, Shino.
Yes, sir.
We're back to you.
Oh my God.
Not doing too often, Anna.
I don't get story.
No, Shino, you get story.
Tell us your experience from the first day you came in for one in Tiger House. Not Tiger House, Dragon. For some reason you are jumping houses, so like Hakim said, it was in 2018. I realized that this boy was a Dragon House boy. I swear to God. I thought it was a Tiger House too. You understand? Like when you said no, I was in Dragon, I was looking at him that really. I thought you were in Tiger House.
I was in Dragon.
You are doing a roll up and down. Okay, no, because you have wicked seniors in Dragon House, that's why you are running up and down the office.
Oh man, it was a bloody experience in Dragon House, man.
All right, Shino, start from the day you got dropped off.
Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me start first. I think I came into command. I think 84, 85. My uncle was in the military. I think it was in the Keja cantonment. So I came in through my uncle's influence anyway. So even though I passed my exams well, it was a little bit difficult entering command then because you have to actually be affiliated with someone who is military. So I actually affiliated with my uncle who is actually military. My dad, I think my uncle is the immediate elder brother of my dad, and my dad, he's a very, very strict guy. In fact, stricter than my uncle. So the reason why I'm saying this, you get to know that I'm more afraid of my dad, and my uncle's kids are more afraid of my dad than the dad who is a soldier. So in the course of my upbringing, my dad always say, read. I don't get to have personal time to myself, watch TV, play with kids, play with my friends. So me coming into command, going into the boarding house was, oh my God, I left my home. I'm very, very happy, you know. So that's
The second person saying this. You're the second person admitting that to us.
I'm telling you. So when they dropped me, my parents came and they dropped me. Oh, so take care of yourself, read your book, as the normal things parents say. Read your book, be a good boy. I said, oh my God, I couldn't wait for them to leave. When they left, I said, oh damn, now it's me. Nobody to control. Read your book, blah 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 blah. So, and I was very brilliant when I was in primary school. I think it affected my education a little bit when I was in command, because I had this free hand. I wasn't reading as much as I was supposed to do. But thank God I had good friends like Alex. I think Alex was one of the key friends I really had. Alex Monite of blessed memory. So I went to my house, and from there I met friends. I think I met Edrin. I don't think I met Edrin the first day. I met Edrin. I met Dakpo. I met a lot of people. Then we became friends. Then yeah, Dakufani.
Okay.
Even up till now, because myself and Dakufani went to the same command, went to the same university, and when I go back to Nigeria, I still hang out with him. Or when I go to the UK, I hang out with him. So it was a bittersweet experience. I didn't so much have those kind of bad experiences that you guys have, like seniors flogging and no. I cozied up to seniors, and I think I had a school father. So I think one of the things that saved me was I had a school father who was very fair. Right from the very first day I got to command, I think my parents said, "Oh, okay, go along with this guy." I think his name is Roland Obie. I don't know.
I know, I remember.
Yeah, so
Roland Obie.
Yeah,
he plays sports a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very, very
athletic, very athletic.
Yeah, then I think people are very fearful of him. So
because he was a dude, he was a man. He wasn't a boy like us.
Yeah,
he was
it
a
wasn't.
man.
Yeah, so he really liked me. He really liked me. So I think my year one was very smooth. Nobody talked to me. No senior called me. If they called me, come here. Also, Senior Roland sent me. That was my Senior Roland sent me. That was nobody. So I think my year two, when he left, I think it was in his final year, and then I started having problems because
they would have earmarked you. You have been using him as a shield.
Exactly, that shield was all. Well, I was a little bit smart. I think I started causing up to other seniors, even though I didn't have a school father again. So what I did is, I don't like people flogging me. I won't lie to you. I don't like cane. I'm very, very, how will I say? I don't like all this kind of...
Shino, let me ask you one thing.
Yeah.
You don't see person with like cane?
I don't like trouble.
No trouble. No. You don't see person that likes to be flogged?
No, nobody. I won't like to. But,
okay.
No, but what Shino just said explains the reason why. So in your Form 1, you are always in Dragon House, Abi?
Exactly.
Okay, so that explains why he went on exile. From exactly. That explains why. Okay, they started dealing with him, so you left us for Dragon House.
So
that explains your exile from Dragon House. Exactly. That everybody now thought you were in Tiger House.
Yeah, my Form 2, I started escaping. I had I have this kind of premonition that if I stay somewhere, they will start sending me messages. So I started escaping. Probably I had friends in Tiger House. I think there was no Tiger House then until like Form 2 or Form 3.
No, it's Form 2. Form 2.
Yeah.
So I started. You guys were in Form 2,
yeah. So I started escaping from Tiger House. I didn't so much go to Flying House, Scorpion House. I think mostly Tiger House and Scorpion House as at that time. But I think my final years were actually in Scorpion House, and back to Dragon House. Anyways, so my Form 2 year, was interesting. When I left, funny enough, I never had morning walk. You guys is very funny. I never. I think
how will you have no. Explain that. How will you have morning walk when you're not in your real house? No, but you say Form 2, Abi.
Not that. Not that.
Exactly, that's not your house.
Hit me. Then the seniors. I still reside in Dragon House. Don't get me wrong. Just that during the day, I move away from Dragon House, maybe go to Tiger House. But still yet, when they were doing, what they call it, morning walk, it's a morning walk, right? They never did one for me. And I always do as if I had a morning walk. And it was okay because I didn't want to do anything. Because I remember one time they assigned me to wash the toilet. I never washed the toilet. I ran away. I just went to go and meet the senior. I said, I can't. So I said, okay, no problem. Do this for me. And they skipped. So in fact, for me as a junior, I was so lucky that I didn't have all those seniors actually tormenting me. No. And again, I think one of the things that saved me was I know how to iron clothes. So those seniors like me, and I take my time to actually iron. So when they're punishing other juniors, they just look at me and say, "Shina, come here." I'll just go. I start ironing. I can iron clothes for like 2 hours. So while all the juniors are being punished, flogged, me never. So I was invariably very, very lucky in that respect. I won't lie to you. So I didn't actually experience all those. Then when it comes down to the soldiers flogging again, I was so lucky. You can't believe the only time RSM flogged me was I think my year 3 or year 4. Yeah, my year 3 or year 4. I used to escape what do they call it? This night reading. The night
Is it prep?
Prep, yeah. I used to escape prep. We are coming late. So my name has been in the list. They've been looking for me. And I know how to escape a lot. So the only time he actually flogged me was when I think we had this brick block. So RSM just came in and everywhere was locked. So there's no way I could escape. He just came in the class and he flogged me. That was the first time I will receive RSM cane, man. And I cried that day. I tell you, man, I cried. You know this Koboko? Man, I said today I'm dead. Man, I'm so much scared of Koboko. Some guys are not that scared of, but me, even in the midst of when he captures everybody and say, okay, everybody start coming out one by one. Me, I'll find a way to escape. That's something about me which I always find a way to escape.
So you're very elusive.
So you are Rambo. You are Rambo.
Yeah. I think that was the only time.
No, Rambo do the escape. This one too much. This one why he was
that was the only time I think I was flogged by RSM. Apart from that, for me it was a jolly good ride. I learned a lot of stuff, mixed with friends, had fights with one of the guys I was on the forum. That fight I always remember with my friend that not my friend per se, but the guy that we were on this week. I knew that I fought him when I was in Form 2. I think Form 2, yeah. That was the only fight I had with my colleague in school. What caused the fight? I don't know. I think it triggered it. I think
maybe food. Probably stuff from the
dining room.
I'm not surprised.
He was actually tormenting me. I won't lie to you. He was actually tormenting me. And that day we fought, and I knew that Bola and Kuyejo, everybody was nearby, and and they were all psychic. Hey, fight! So he had no choice than to fight. So we actually fought that day. I think that was the only fight. I think since that day, I didn't really.
So it can't fall your hand for November 3rd, 2020.
Not really that. Because that fight, I think what happened on that fight when I was in school, because I vividly remember the guy was just tormenting me. He was just, was really tormenting me. I don't know, maybe because where he came from, he was just disturbing me, and we just had to fight. I think it was after our fight that he and his brother had a big fight that was so serious. So that's why I try and avoid people. I don't want troubles. I think by and large it was very okay. And I remember some instances in school that Kuyejo, I remember Kuyejo very well. Kuyejo showed me, man. I tell you where Kuyejo showed me. All
right. Hey, disclaimer.
Yeah.
Names. All right.
No, but we're mates.
It was fun.
We're mates now.
We have moved on.
Exactly. Go watch this now. Be laughing.
You'll be laughing. It's fun. I don't have anything against it.
I'm trying to get John to come over here.
Myself, in fact, I would love for him to be on because
it's coming. I'm harassing him to come.
We were neighbors or in the same estate, and we had our own fight. Yes.
Yeah. Really? So let me tell you what Kuyejo did. I normally play games. I play all type of games. Koejo is like, he taunts me. When we start playing games, like I play table tennis, we go outside, me, Koejo, Bola, and Sheye, we'll go and play. Koejo beats me. Even in the house, when Koejo, I'll confess, Koejo normally beats me. Okay, when he beats me, he will start taunting me. Then we'll bet. Then when I bet, probably he'll say he's gonna eat my afternoon food, eat my like that. So there's a week I lost all my meal to Koejo. You can't believe it. I lost. I'm telling you, a week I lost all.
And that was the deal, now.
Yeah,
that was the deal. And it used to happen. It was almost regular in Dragon House.
Yeah.
So the names you mentioned, Koejo, Sheye, Bayo, when that joined up later on. Some of these were
exactly,
Beb's twins.
No, I don't think I would play games with those ones. But I knew Koejo because Koejo tormented me. When he won, he would come. I'm eating your food. I said, fucking shit. Okay.
Even in your face, Jesus Christ.
Yes, now.
I must hear Koejo at the end of the day.
It was the rule of the jungle.
Edwin knows all these things. I said, I'll just keep quiet. I'll be looking, and I'll be boiling inside. All of a sudden, I'll just win back everything. You can't believe. I'll win back everything. I'll be serious again. Man, those days were grilling. Man. And I think Shea was a little bit reserved. Bola, oh my God. Bola was a little bit of Koejo too.
Bola did very.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When Bola wins, we shout, oh my God. Oh my God.
That was quiet.
It was fun, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but what Koejo did to me, oh my God.
Okay, so Shino, I mean, it just seems you were a little spoiled in Commando.
Oh man, I didn't know how to do anything. I won't lie to you.
Okay, we'll get back to you. I have some questions for you. The
only thing I knew how to do in command, I think I knew how to keep. I could keep, but when it comes to playing soccer, no. When they're electing boys to play, when they look at me, I said, shit. I was okay, but I can keep. It's okay, you keep for us. I think that was the only thing I could do. Then I tell you one of bad experience I had again. I wanted to join the cadet, and I know how to match because I did match for Dragon House. So when I was matching, I didn't match well, and RSM, I think we did a lot of trials and I passed everything. So at the last stage, when I was matching, RSM just looked at everybody. It's only me that RSM picked out. He said, you. I said, oh my God, it's not me. He said, you are the end. I didn't answer him. He said, you fall out. I said, I didn't look at it. I didn't answer him. He just came, just used his stick. You know, he used to carry one stick like that. Just, you fall out. I said, oh my God. He said, fall out. That means I wasn't joining the cadet. That was the only thing that pained me about RSM that I didn't. I just felt that he looked at me as, this guy is bolo. I don't think he'll be able to do all this. I feel really bad, man.
Oh, your name was ringing back there.
No, that's about.
The same thing happened to me now. I had the same experience with RSM. He picked me off the line, man. I was like, nothing I do, man. He picked me out. He sent me back to double trip.
I never had all those bad stuff that all these guys used to do. I don't think I ever did all those.
You do sneak out of school?
Okay.
I did sneak out of school. That was a bad with Bayadini. The first time I went, I think it was Bayadini. Yeah. The next time, I can't remember with who. But the first time I went out of school was Bayadini. I can remember that very well. We went to, I think we left the school. We went somewhere called Omiubo. I don't know what they call that place. I can't remember.
That is not sneaking out of school. That is just across the fence. I'm talking of out in two towns.
Yes, now. We went to Alumni Avenue. Me and one other person went to Bayadini's house. Me, I couldn't go to my house. So, if I go to my house, my father is going to kill me. So we went to Bayadini's house. Then we came back. Then I think there was another time I sneaked out. I've lost memory of a lot of things. There's another time we sneaked out. We went to Agege to watch. There's this place they call Pen Cinema.
Yes.
We went to go and watch movie, Indian movie. I can still remember that one well. I don't know with who, but I know we went to Agege to watch Pen Cinema, to watch Indian movie. When they used to call, I think it's Burning Train, all the stupid Indian movies.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah. Then I think I went to, what they call this place again? There's a stream at the back of school that I went to.
Yeah. I remember going there.
That one too. That was.
Well, they caught people in our Form 3 or Form 4.
That was the second time they flogged me again. In that again.
Did they catch you?
That one. Yeah, they caught me.
Wait, okay, because I remember that time that they caught Jato, Kenny Philip, and some other folks. Were you on that crew?
Yeah, but luckily for me, they didn't catch me among those people swimming. They caught me among those people that went to buy some things outside. So when they took us to commandant's office, they now separated us. They said, okay, who are the people swimming? Who are the people going to? So those people swimming, they'll tell them to remove their cloth. They'll flog them without koboko, without cloth. Imagine. So I was just looking at myself, man, I can lost swim. This is how they'll flog me. I'll just die. Because I don't know how to take cane. I don't like to. I know. So I was so lucky. So they flogged me among those ones that were going to Omiebo. I think they call it that foot joint. But I used to go and swim. That one I know. Did you raid farms? RSM chicken. Man, I think farm was Form 2 or Form 3 that we went to. I think we went to one site in the village where they catch where they used to pluck agbalumo. They used to pluck agbalumo. Then I couldn't remember this girl's name. We were plenty. We were like 12 of us. We went to the forest.
Babes went with you.
In the forest. Yes, there was this particular girl. One girl, I can't remember her name. She was in our set. That girl, she climbed the tree up. I couldn't believe. She climbed me. I couldn't climb because we were just using stick to pluck the agbalumo. This girl climbed and started plucking the agbalumo.
What kind of agbalumo tree was that you were using stick to pluck?
It must be very low.
Because agbalumo trees were usually
So wait. I have a question. You said you are 12. All the boys that were there could not climb to it. It was one babe.
I couldn't remember. But I knew
I'm suspicious of who this baby is in our sense. I'm thinking of somebody, but I don't want to mention it. Maybe the person will not cuss me out.
So when this babe climbed the tree, she was plucking the agbalumo, and we had like a basket or bowl. We plucked it. Unfortunately for us, I think the child of the farmer came and shouted, Baba, what's in Kalubalumo? When we heard that, of course, we knew they were doing juju and the rest. We just started running. We told the girl, come down. She jumped down. We left. We carried the agbalumo that we had, but man, that was the last time. I think that forest is close to the field. We had a.
Oh yes, I know that area. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you enter that field, I think your right hand side, you now go inside. That's where we went that day.
Oh yeah, because during inter-house sports, we used to go and get palm trees to make tents. Back in, I remember. The girls can follow you on that one. I remember. Yeah. I've been on that route.
Yeah, that was the place I think that was the only experience I had in the bush. All this cassava that you guys eat. They will go to the bush and pluck the cassava. Me, I'll just be in the hostel. I'll cook with the boiler and eat. I never used to go and pluck cassava. Then corn, no, I don't. I just stay in the hostel.
Cocoa.
Then
I was an expert in the farm. I was an expert on the ground.
But there's another thing I did that I knew was bad. We went to go and read the kitchen. We went to go and read. I went there once to go and read the kitchen, but I didn't enter. I think I was a little bit outside. Yeah, I was outside that I think, I don't know if it's Koijo and them that entered inside the kitchen. But I didn't enter the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
How you start say I know do anything for command. And for the past 20 minutes you've been
confess. You can't confess. Now that session today.
I'm trapping right now. I'm trapping. All right. Let's get to it. I know you can't wait. We're back to you, Sheila.
If you look at some things that happened, I didn't do half of what some other guys did.
No. There are some people that if you are going to get, you have to get them alone. You can't have.
No. We went there. Bruce Bay came here. 45 minutes of what Bruce Bay said, I had to cut it out because it wasn't. The one he did was on a different level. In edition 3, no, I had to cut it down because the things he was confessing, you were like, what is the boy talking about?
Hey, listen, it was unrated.
Yes, I'm serious.
It was already.
I cut out 45 minutes of what Bruce B was saying. The confession he was saying, it was not this one, it was on a different level. And he kept mentioning all the boys that they all did and say, even though we've left command for a few years, I can't put that one on this show. Because I was like, this was a bad, I didn't know that they did those kind of things. Then I was like, that will happen in command. Go ahead.
All right.
So one shot.
Let me tell you something again that happened to me that is very funny. Oh, it's past now. It's had to do with maturity. I think in our fourth year we used to do like preparing for jam and WAEC, right? That will come
mock.
Yeah, mock.
Fifth year.
Yeah, we came to school. There was nobody, just our set. Dragon House. So they had a party in girls' hostel. I don't know if anybody knew about that. They had a party.
I remember people don't know about it. Who attended?
Okay. They had a party. There was this girl that I went to. All the boys, at least all the bad boys in Dragon House and all the other houses, because I think we all stayed in Dragon House. We went. The party was held in Tiger House Girls. So I jumped the fence. I entered. I knew that at least if they're going to catch us, it's not only me. They're going to catch everybody. And we're actually watching. So the funny thing that happened to me, up till to this day, I still laugh. Okay, they were playing blues, and everybody was dancing blues. And there's this girl, I've forgotten her name. She's in Flying House, slim girl again. Okay, I said, okay, let's dance. I started dancing. Do you know how I held the girl? I held her arms length like this. That's to show you I don't know anything. So when I go to my hostel, and I told my friends, the encourager, and who would say, "Why would you demon?"
They had to screw you.
Monique. If I hold, I should know that something is.
Something is afoot.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Look at you guys. I guess I was too much of a good boy those days. I never entered girls' dorm. That's why when people even mention it, like, really? I never entered girls' dorm. I don't know what it looks like. Damn. You said go girls' dorm.
I still don't know what it looks like.
I don't know what it looks like. I didn't sneak out. I didn't do all those things.
Okay.
I didn't read cassava.
Oh yeah, wait though.
Up to this day.
Let's not keep Edri waiting.
Edri, please go ahead.
Please.
No Allah.
Tell us your own escapades.
Escapades. Okay, so if I want to start from when I first got in, I think I remember one of the things that I kept saying about command was that it was a lie. It was a lie. It was we came for interview, and I was interviewed. They dropped us off, and we were interviewed. I was interviewed by Colonel Lawal at the time, and a couple of other people. They asked me questions, and it was they asked me some other questions. What do you like doing and everything? And then they said so my impression of command was this is an awesome place to go. So I was like, that was my impression of secondary school. They are nice, they are very fantastic people. So I didn't have military background. I am the only boy of my, so I was spoiled rotten in the house. So I now was sent to command secondary school, where, as I always say, they sent me to a school of men. As a boy, they sent me to a school where we had only men, where I did not take my bath for the first 3-4 days. Because they said
why?
The first thing was that here I was, and to attest to some of the things Shina said, we all had to learn or school. We got schooled in command. But then here were these men that they said I should come and take my bath, and the way it was those days, you have to. You are bathing in twos or in threes in those showers, in those cubicles inside the dormitory before they had to, take the bath showers outside to the new ones. So you had to, in fact, you were lining up in twos and threes to be having your bath, and everybody, there were men, so there was no free. I thought this wasn't how it was. Those when I came for my
Interview.
interview, when I was dropped off, this wasn't how it was. And so I refused. So until one of the, what's it called now? I think it was, what's his name? Daniel McPayong. Yes, I remember. He now said, "This boy, I have been watching you. Seriously, you have not taken your bath. No, this cannot continue." So he said, "No, no, 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 no. You have to." So that's how we got into it, and we started adjusting, and like every other thing. When I first got in, finished my provision like 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
That's normal. That's
It
normal.
was, it was and everything. So it was, there were things that we had to learn. There were things we had to grow up in command. So, and there were things that we had to be schooled on. I was in Dragon House, and Dragon House was, you will learn quickly. That's all I could say about it. You will learn quickly. It schooled me in the law of the jungle. You have to learn. You have to know when to move. Like Shino said, you have to, once you know the law of the jungle, you know that everybody does not move at the same time. You have to know everybody does not move at the same pace. You have to know that every person, when some people are talking, you have to keep quiet. You have to know that when, if they are talking, if there are certain things that need to happen, it needs to happen quickly. In other words, when they saw me on my first visiting day, what my sister said? He said, "Edire, where is your bum? Where is your belly? It's all gone. What happened to you?" And it was fun in the end. But while we were going through it, it wasn't really fun. So things like, it was never fun. So for example, there was this thing that I always make fun of, and we were in school. I went to school with I think I had 4 sets of clothes in year 1. At the end of the semester, I only went back with 1 complete set of wear and 1 day wear. And it was like my mother said, "But did we not buy a whole 4 sets for you? What happened?" I said, "Nothing, And then they said, "Okay, you know what will happen? From 2, she bought another set. No wahala. She just took marker.
You're one of those juniors. Yes, I do remember. Yeah.
On my shorts, every part. My clothes were complete. Second set. So much so that
I remember you as a junior with EEE. Yes, I do remember that now. As you both said that.
John was my, he's a friend. He's a dear friend of mine. I love him to death. Like we were in the same estate, so we know ourselves to house. So much so that John was wearing my shirt. I said, John, this is my shirt. No, this is not your shirt.
I remember you know that. I think maybe you and Ida from 2 or from 3 together. So I remember that very well.
Oh my goodness. I now said, John, this is my shirt, my friend. He said, "Look at it, man. Look at it." He said, okay, you get it at the end of the term. So I understood.
So let me say, the first time that Corey just steal your shirt, the first one. That's hilarious.
Anyway, the summary of the matter there was that everything was complete. Everything was accounted for. So and what's it called now? Coming into, when I got to seniors, after senior school, when we were getting to Form 4, and we wanted to get trousers, I said, no, this one I will have to write the name myself. No, my mom said a lie. Say, I will have to write. I said, okay, reduce it small. So she now wrote it E squared, and just wrote it. I said, just hide it small, hide.
Because you're now a big boy, eh?
And I was now a big boy. Hey.
Wow.
But we have to learn.
So let me ask you, Edire.
Yes, sir.
How has command, your experience in command, your whole regimental lifestyle, how has it molded you to who you are today?
From a boy to a man.
From a boy to a man, wow. I would have to say command is responsible for who I am today. And in all fairness, and shout out to some of the people that have come on. I when I heard of the things that they went through, I heard of some people accepting and some people not accepting the ways that the red command was. And there's only one thing I would say is this, that it made me who I am. It made me who I am. I am proud of who I am. I am proud of what I have achieved. I am proud of the decisions I have taken. And those decisions are as a direct result of what the laws of the jungle that I learned in command. It helps me in navigate office politics. It helps me uh, navigate people, to be able to work with diverse kinds of people. It helped me to find out that, I laugh about, we laugh about what Corridor used to do, but it helped because we knew that, look, if somebody was giving an open, or if not a threat, like it was faking you don't back down. You don't back down for anything. It gave me a resolve that I have learned to appreciate, and it has helped me to achieve things that I never would have achieved. The value of my work, is based on my integrity. The value of my work is based on the person who I am, and who I am today is directly linked. Everything I have achieved is directly linked to command. And I've listened to all the shows. I've listened to Edgar Senior, and I listened to McGregor as well, and I listened to some of the other people, and I am a person's character is who they are when you are not looking. What do they do when you are not looking? Everything that we do for ourselves is based on how we think up here, what we learned, and those formative years were key. And that there's nothing I would not exchange it for anything else.
All right, Sheena.
Yep.
Same question.
Sorry, what was the question? I'm lost now.
So how has command molded you? I mean,
A boy to a man.
regimented lifestyle.
From a boy to a man.
Sure. Those are formative years. Command and my university days actually molded me in such a way I can't explain. Especially during commandant, I think Lawal, I guess. Yeah. Those days were really telling and actually motivated me to actually learn a lot of things. And people I met along the way, people like Alex, Bingo, Gumekon, Shune, the talks we had, the motivations they gave, most especially Alex and Binga, because I remember I'm not this kind of guy that back in primary school, I used to read my book well because my dad was always on my neck. I used to come first, but when I came into secondary school, I became a loafer. I started slacking a lot because my parents weren't in there. So I had these people that were doing like a check on me, even though we're mates, Alex and Bingo Gumekon. They always say, "Yeah, we're going to read," or they're doing some things. If I don't understand, I share with them. Then I think they really made a big impact in my life. And I think I remember one teacher too, the chemistry teacher. I've forgotten her name.
The cute one, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you remember.
Yeah, she actually singled me out in class to actually ask me questions and put me through a lot of things. Then I had Mr. Akman, the sports teacher.
Yeah, sportmaster.
Yeah, he was actually my school. What would they call it?
Oh, okay, Shino, you're digressing though.
Yeah. I just want to tell you
different
how.
question. That's a different question entirely.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
Okay. So all those people actually molded me in the kind of way that I think my life is today. That everything is possible, and all this actually impacted me in my career. Yeah, all this actually impacted me.
See, that's leading into the next question because I think you already answered it. I was going to ask you. Hold on. I'm going to ask, who are those that had impression on you?
Teachers or students?
Teachers or students?
Teachers and students.
You mentioned some teachers already.
Mr. Akman, I think that was a key person, Mr. Akman, and that chemistry teacher. And yeah, those were the key people that really had an impact in my life. Those were the key people that really had impact in my life. Just one sec. Those were the key people that actually had impact in my life. Then for students, Alex Monite. I can't deny that fact. Alex Monite and Benga Ogumeko, because
God bless Alex so.
Because they, even till after school, even because they read and they understand a lot of things that I don't, because at times I skip class. So they're always encouraging me and putting me through. So yeah, those people are really key. But for the rest, I think we're just playing, loafing, and loafing around, playing ball, playing table tennis. Those are the only things we
do. Exactly.
Yeah.
So Edric.
Yeah.
What are the impression on you, good or bad?
I think it's I first of all, of every person, I think it's going to be snippets of things, little things from people here and there. Impressions first of all was Mrs. Tohuje, and I'd be ungrateful if I did not mention her, because I had the privilege and the opportunity to be part of, I would say, part of her family in a way, and I had great, immense respect for her, because all I saw was a person with integrity through and through. She was not different in class from what she was at home. She was the same person. She was lovely, and I had snippets here and there. There were things that I could trace to lessons. I'd be amiss if I didn't mention people like Ochukwu Efekodo, Kingsley Ulasi, because we were close friends at the time. So I shout out to all of them. I would also in terms of teachers, there were things I remember. There were lessons I learned from when Mrs. Elumelu lost her dad at the time, and that's when I realized that there were certain things of our culture where she had to go shave her head all over, because
I remember that. Yeah,
that was her tradition. I remember things like Christopher Ackman, where he had his breakdown. I learned a lesson from that. That we need to take care of ourselves. It wasn't always about everything, just books and only books. You had to pace yourself. I remember people like Chamberlain. Chamberlain, he was, I can't remember his surname now, but he was also
Duruke.
Yes, Duruke, that's correct. I remember people like what's it called now? Bio Fidelis, who was my school father coming in. I still talk to him till today. Shout out to him.
Bio Fidelis was in Flying
House. Dragon House. Okay. There was no way he was in Flying House.
Okay.
Bio Fidelis, David Anoku, those were the people of that time. The impressions, I'm just talking about the things that made and gave me an impression. The impressions are the things that I remember, though. So an impression I remember was when Jacob Okpari finished the long jump in one inter-house sports. I was there on the day, and his record stood till I left that school. Nobody broke that record. Where he finished, I was standing at the long jump when it was like a stampede was coming, and then he jumped into the crowd. And those are the kind of impressions that memories that come to mind. And I remember there was a situation that happened with Kenneth Phillips, and some of the things, but they were all memorable. Teachers, they were all fantastic people. Mrs. Wilson was good. I didn't take French, but the little that I did, she was great. Those were one of the people.
Right?
No, mathematics. The OAS circle.
We talked about that a few episodes ago. So did you experience the inside the circle that flogged you?
You have forgotten that Cyril Sode was my friend.
Were you in my class in Form 2?
Of course, too bold.
Yes, so you remember that story that he put those things under trying to be an officer that he got a meter to slap him. To slap him. I didn't know that you were in my class in Form 2. Okay.
I was the star.
Were you sitting with Cyril Soje?
No, I wasn't sitting with him. I was in front, but I was friends with because we were
in front of Ayo Nubi, because Ayo on the right. Because I remember when you come in, Ayo, Babs, Ronke, a few people on that side, Bridget, Igofose, and on that side. Because I sat with Tony Egone that time.
I can't remember sitting positions. I just remember that I was in that class because that same day, when they say, all the times, that circle that they were talking about, I was there.
I hated that class. I hated math class in Form 2. And so I remember. Do you also remember those days when I tell my daughters this, that when he used, because of this flogging, that when he asked questions, everybody would raise their hand whether they knew it or not. And we used to pray. We used to pray that he didn't call us. And the other time he called me, I knew the answer, so I went to solve it. But every time we answered the question, we prayed, Jesus, please let him not call us. I cannot take that beating.
There was one experience that I almost forgot. When we first got to school, when we were in Form 1, there was a time when they said you should write names of noisemakers. I can't remember what class I was in, but it was at the corner. So Daco said they should take names of noisemakers. They took names of noisemakers. So he now came. He used to have his green mamba. Remember that green pipe that he always used to carry. Came to class. He says, "Okay, who are the names? Who are the people that are making noise?" I said, they started calling names. He would call them. He would, just tap them small. 3. They would start to shake. Everybody will start to shake. And now it got to my turn. These are some of the lessons you have to learn. When you read 48 Laws of Power, you understand some of those lessons. So I came out now. He said he was going to flog me 3. I stood, I posed. He gave me 1, he didn't say anything. He gave me 2, didn't move, I didn't flinch. He gave me the 3rd one, slide one. I just started bouncing to my seat. He just said, "Come back here." I went to town. That's when I realized rule number 1, 48 Laws of Power. You never outshine the master. You never try to outshine anybody, whether he has power over you. You finished me till the girl left. Anytime I will shake, whether it pains me or not, whether I will shake. I will shake like a leaf. I shook like a leaf anytime anybody had pain. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, you don't outshine. Even if it's
we got one more question. So it seems Edwin and Shina, you had a good time in command. Relatively. All right. Listen. So this is the question. Shina, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Will you send your child to command? I mean, no.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about right now in 1989. Will you send your child to command?
No, 84.
No, wait. I'm telling you tonight. When you finish school, will you put in your child there after all that experience? So you finish in 1989. How will you feel like sending your child to come?
If it was still as at that time, yes. If it was still, but as of now, I don't think so. My kids, I don't think I can send them back to Nigeria. But as at that time, if I was there, yes, I can. Because I think the school was still okay. Even when my sister went to that school, I had my younger sister. I think I left the school after like how many years? Like 4 or 5 years. Then she came in. Like 4 or 5 years. Then she came in, and she had a good experience.
Yeah.
But as of now, I don't think so.
Edwin.
Without thinking, without blinking, yes. That's the short answer. The long part of the answer is this: that the question I asked. You see, people like what's it called now? McGregor is CEO of whatever his company. Yeah. And what's it called now? Edgar, where they were, some of the he's now he's advanced in what he was investing in banking and all that. But my question to you then is, which school do you send them to become CEOs?
NMS. Air Force.
So it's only NMS and Air Force. My point is this.
Air Force is soft now. Air Force is soft. NMS, yes. Air Force is a soft school. It's a 5-star hotel. My younger man went to Air Force. It's a 5-star hotel. It's not the same.
My point is this: it comes down to what was said on the episode that Bola Adebomire and some of the other people were here. That it is an elite school, and Edgar Senior summarized it good because he said something. He said it was an opportunity for the people in the officers officers' children and soldiers' children to be sent so that they could understand how they think. If you were supposed to go to the Marines today, it was the exact same training we got. There was something Edgar said, and I think it was Momo that said the same thing. So Momo, that look, it's not about they didn't identify the arts and being able to encourage the arts and things like that. However, they taught you the things that you needed to survive, and those that fought the training had issues. But if you check it, all what they said, it wasn't until they came to themselves and they said, you know what, I am better than this. I can do this. There's nothing, I am, they talked to themselves and then they were able to make it. Now I heard people like Lametu, and shout out to Lametu because she was my sister's school mother, because I handed her over specifically to her, and my sister had a wonderful time. But she said she was going to prefer not to send it, to keep them and teach them and nurture them. And I say, I'm sorry, no, because whether it is the stars or the Marines or the whatever, you had to, there were lessons you have to learn. And even if you go to an Ivy League school, if you don't have those lessons, they will drop you in a heartbeat. So it's something that, those are the things that form the character. Madonna said, the people, once you're a commando, you are as good as done. But he was testifying to the character of the things we went through, hell and back together. And and for me, if what you have gone through, there's a quote I always like saying, that even Jesus learned obedience from the things that he suffered. It's in the Bible. That's the truth. Of course,
yeah. So that was so ironic.
Yeah.
She knew there was a butter in school. The one that didn't suffer. Cancer is king.
No.
That's weird. She was still there. You did there.
Sorry, what do you talk?
You don't mute us. No, wait. Listen, Shino. You will be butter. We don't suffer for command. You don't say you're picking.
Wow. No, me say I no suffer. Don't say I didn't suffer. I did, but compared to some people that I didn't really. I don't think I really. I think I'm not saying I'm smart, but I think I did navigate myself well, which actually positioned me well in life. Yeah.
I think you always master the art of inclusiveness.
No, but that
Shino was holding from 2 to 5 evading tactics.
No, but excuse me.
I know, but there are a lot of people. Another person that was very good at that was my very good friend. What's his name again? Fakulujo. Fakulujo was fantastic in evading tactics.
Yes, sorry.
There are few guys that were very good at that.
No. Stop. Let me call. Let me call. I get your back. It was part. Listen, it is part of the tricks of the trade. You need to know how to pick your fights. If you not fight every battle.
No, I'm not saying fighting people. I'm talking of when you are juniors with seniors. That's what I'm saying.
No, you don't understand. He played it smart. He knew what to do. If I knew what Chino knew, do you think I would not have done what Chino did?
And of course.
The Dragon was going to now.
That's why
I stayed in Dragon House till the end. From 1 to 5. I did not go anywhere.
That's why I said she don't master the art early. He mastered the art very early.
So my hats off to you that if you can, but he understood something. He understood something that the issue was a localized issue. That the seniors in the other places were not as terrible as like people like us. Exactly. What we used to do to release ourselves, some people had mental, issues and they have to go and sleep because of shit. But it was Dragon House. Listen, it was Dragon House that I learned that you will be there, you're drinking Gary. Your mate will come to you, make I join you now. You say, my speed don't enter. Then you speak inside the same thing. I say, our speed don't enter now. Make we drop the thing because you cannot throw it away because it's your own. If you don't want it, give it to them. Hey,
it's funny. No, I want to say something. It's funny you said that. So in Tiger House, first of all, him and Kenny Phillip were staying in Tiger House, and Kenny stayed with me to show that you will not know where their own house because they were both in Dragon House. But one of the funny things about Tiger House is that we had some bastards as seniors generally, but not as wicked as Dragon House. Dragon House was a different level. But for example, when you don't want seniors to be using your stuff, like my shower, when I first came in from 2, I used to put my bucket under and padlock it. By the time I wake up in the morning, Gary and everything, milk was inside. I can't use it to bath. And you know how difficult it was to go and take a shower. So this next time, in time 2, I started putting Izal. I suffered for it. The one that Suleiman saw them when they slapped and they punished me. But guess what? They never touched my water. There was another junior that was 1 year my junior, right? That was kind of funny. He brings Gary and cornflakes, Bonvita. But we don't understand why he will throw salt in everything. Inside the Gary, inside the bomb, everything had salt. So guess what? Nobody asked for his food ever. But one time they jacked his locker and poured it on the floor and made everything on the floor just to show him. Nobody begs him. You understand? So I was asking him, how are you eating Gary with salt? He was like, I eat it. I'm like, that's weird.
Those are the things that, listen, those are the things you intimidate your enemy.
A lot of guys do different things.
That you take it to life. And those are things you take it to the office, you take it to business, you take it to everywhere. You intimidate your enemy whenever you have the chance.
Let me tell you guys something, what I did as per provision. My strategy was, I learned this probably in my year 1. My strategy was, I have money. I keep the money with Mr. Akpan, then that pocket money, then I have provision. So once I come, maybe when everybody is still bogus with their provision, when some people save it towards the end of term, me, I'll eat mine. So I don't have any provision. So you can't come to me and start begging. Oh, okay, look, there's nothing. But I have money. So it's the money that I use. So I don't get to offend anybody. So if any senior comes, I said, I don't have anything. They open my locker, they check, they don't see anything. But I have money. And I still have some provision with me.
But there's a disadvantage to that. And I'll tell you why. When they are doing general punishment that they are beating, I'll give you an example. your house captain,
Where your payment is
exactly. Your house captain 87 cents. Caught us one time coming from prep late. We were serving job from 10 p.m. to 7 o'clock in the morning. I can't forget. That's the worst punishment I've ever done. All of us were crying inside your box room and bathroom. That's where they were dealing with us that time. You understand? All the Form 3 boys that he caught that day. Then he now said, I hated Dragon's house captain of that set. You understand? He now decided to give us some simple punishment. Yeah, to give us punishment. You understand? Give us punishment. He now gave me your Dragon house bathroom. When he now came and said that she was, as I just saw it like this, I just started crying because I knew this was not going to happen. I started crying. The guy was asking me, you know how your people's Dragon house bathroom was. Okay. The guy was now asking me, why are you crying? That you're going to wash it. No, I now looked at him and I was crying, and I was like, a Form 3 boy crying to a Form 5 boy. I now went to meet somebody in Tiger House. I started begging him. Hey, me, I cannot wear Dragon House toilet. You understand? And bathroom. That's not possible because he wanted me to do it for 1 week. I was like, it's not possible. The guy now said, okay, hold on. He went to talk to him. Then came back. He said, so what provisions do you have? I was like, you mean I have to bribe him? I was like, do you want to bribe him or wash bathroom? So they now packed a whole packet of cornflakes. He took my Bonvita. Took sugar. Took like 6 tins of milk.
That's what the guy does.
I swear to God.
That's what the guy does.
That's how I got out of that thing.
That's what he does.
So like if I didn't have provision right now, right? Then I would have been watching that bullshit Dragon's bathroom. Crying crazy like that.
Okay, remember that will not go well for Shino. But Shino wasn't staying in one place.
He had
money. And he had provisions in business.
See, let me tell you something about what Goki is saying. I know Eba well. Eba is my friend. When he punishes everybody, you know what I do? As I told you, I have a strategy. I know how to iron.
I was not in your house, so I didn't know the strategy.
In Dragon House, I had
his clothes now.
I know how to iron clothes well. So I'll just look at him like this. Oh, he just, my Bombi, come here. I'll just go. He just give me cloth. I'll just iron. So when he's punishing everybody, me, I'm busy ironing cloth. I don't. That's why I said, in fact, all the punishment guys were punished. I had.
Wait. I have a question for you. So you preferred, and I'm asking this question because I remember in Form 2 and 3. I preferred washing a senior's clothes than ironing their clothes. So when you are ironing his clothes, one other seniors coming to dump clothes on you, that's the thing I hated about ironing people's clothes. I hated. So when they say last man, I wrote, they say pick what the first person that comes, they say pick. I'll say I wash your clothes because you go and hide at the back of the bathroom to go and wash someone's clothes. When no other person see you and you go and dry it. But ironing you can't hide.
I'm doing. You see the sacrifice?
No, I know.
Yeah. You see the
sacrifice. That means you iron other people's clothes.
All of them see me. Yes, now I iron very well. I won't lie to you. I iron very well, and I enjoy it. So I just when they're punishing everybody, beating everybody, me never. When everybody's giving their provisions, me never.
They turn you to Batman. You know what Batman is for military officers.
It's good for me. Because it's good for me because I don't like them beating me. I don't like punishment. So they know. They'll say, this is Omo Ajabota. Oh yeah. I come and iron my clothes, and I'll gladly go iron the guy's clothes. And I do it in such a way that I bid my time, so I don't get to have when I'm ironing clothes. I'll just let me iron this one. I will take it a long time, and once I iron it very well. I don't iron with anger. No.
I think you took your time so that you use it to escape all the punishment. Other people are crying. You're just smiling to your head.
Exactly. He wasn't stupid about the whole thing. He was smart.
Yeah.
Dragon House was so bad. No, but Dragon House was so bad. That's why in Form 2 and 3, when I came commanding Form 2, right, Maja, I was not entering that house until my Form 4. It was that house, Scorpio House, was another house I was escaping. I was not entering. There was only October's house and sometimes Flying Nose. Then after Eri Katanga dealt with me because I was taking Lake Onayan's food. Lake Onayan was sick one time, and I took his food. The guy came to meet me in Tiger House to drag me back to Flying Nose to punish me over not allowing him to take food because he was always taking people's meat, right? And I'm like, what kind of bastard is this guy? You understand? Dealing with me. But generally, the two houses I ran away from was Scorpion House and Dragon House. I didn't know what Dragon House looked like until Form 4. Because I just hated all the seniors there. They were just killing people.
Let me tell you, okay, you said you prefer to iron to wash clothes.
I prefer to wash. Because I go and hide and wash. I go and hide and wash.
Now wait, see. It was because of the Katanga that I hated washing seniors' clothes. I don't want to put this the area. Let me tell you, man. This guy took off his pants with underwear, took them both off, and gave them to me, and I couldn't take it because I think he wanted it for like a week straight. that thing had mucus. He had mold. He had everything going on. I was scared to actually do it. Oh man! Let me tell you. I got away from it though. I was doing it. I couldn't do that thing. I'm still. In fact, after 35 years, I'm still traumatized. I'm still collect what I saw.
You didn't tell me. No, my Ekatanga was wicked. Ekatanga was wicked. He was very. After he dealt with me, I started avoiding flying us out because of him too. Because but luckily, my father saved me on that one.
I paid my dues. I am happy to say I went through the process. I paid my dues. I washed the clothes. There was no morning job that I did not do.
Me too.
From cutting the grass to sweeping there was none that I did not do.
I did it all.
I was able to, in the end, I was able to learn. I was trained. I did learn some form of escapism. I learned to pick my fights. I learned to fight where I had the opportunity. I learned that there was one person we fought before. There were other people that we fought. All the Dragon House. We will fight. So there were times we would carry ourselves to the back of Frying House towards the.
Remember Peter and
back of Octopus? Sorry,
Aduwalu Bogun fight.
Yeah, I remember that. It was in Tiger House.
Is it Peter?
No, it was in Tiger House. I was there now. So it was a very funny fight in Tiger House. They both came to Tiger House to fight.
There was also because I had to learn there were some fights you could not get away from. You had to fight. There was one I also learned. There was another thing I also learned, that there was one person that was bragging, and so it was I learned everything. So I was there when all those things were happening. There were things I learned, there were things I knew, there were things I saw. So I went through everything.
Did you witness Light Out? Did you guys witness Light Out?
Yes, now.
Light Out was fun, man.
Explain that. I've forgotten. Explain that.
I remember. Man.
You switch off the lights.
And now, it's that hiding.
Before you are
once they turn the lights on, just start hiding. Because all kinds of tools are flying at you.
Exactly.
When teachers are coming, right?
No.
I forgot.
This one blade, shoes, anger, everything is flying all over the dormitory.
I
don't think. No, I don't know Tiger House.
When they want to morph you,
it wasn't coming to Tiger House.
It was either you were asleep and they wanted to wake you up, or they were planning for you. As soon as you just walked in, somebody will just turn off the lights, and then everybody will disappear.
No, that didn't happen in Tiger. What they did to me in Tiger House, well, first of all, they tried to carry me to graveyard, which I woke up, and after that, till today, I don't sleep deep anymore. I yapped Sule for doing it. Was one of them. The other one they did to me that they did in Tiger House that was really bad was they would take rub or toothpaste or something, right?
Yeah,
put it on your eye. You understand? Rub it on your eye. Then they will start flogging you. Then when you try to wake up and the third time you are screaming and they flog you. So that one they did to me maybe twice. Then after that, I was not sleeping anymore. I'm not really sleeping deep anymore. If you touch me, I wake up or touch my bunk. But yeah, those are two. I know they did. They muffled me on that one.
I remember one experience that we had. I'm not sure if you remember this. Yourself, Kenneth Phillips, and me. There was no. I'm not sure whether you were there or whether you were not there. I can't remember. You were. So I had beans. I had geisha and stuff. You guys were supposed to go and get cassava, and everything. So by the time you guys went, they now caught you guys. Then they now you guys now came to the dormitory, and I think they had caught you guys, and then they were saying, "Oh, you should pick out all the people that were involved." And I said, "Well, it's not. We had you guys did not deliver on your part. So why did you want to drag me into what you were doing?" I don't know if you can remember. Anyway, it's a while ago. It's a while.
The one I can remember about So one time they did him wicked on that one. I was not part of it, but I remember what they did to him. It was not good. So
they showed trouble.
They showed him. No, they showed trouble. It was not good what they did. So they used to beg him for probation. And he used to like burn people and stuff like that. That's why I used to give, because I didn't want people jacking my locker. You understand? The one time, so I don't know who picked one of his geisha, and it just expired. I told him that, and now lied to him that everything was expired, right? Then they now, and the way they just did it to him, it was like film trick. You understand? Like they don't pack everything. And he was like, they told me that he was going to poison and die.
He's going to poison. Are you going to poison everybody? Do you want to?
No, they told me exactly. So they now watched it. It was like thinking that Shobo was confused. By the time they finished everything, they now brought the empty cans and dropped it in front of him. That's when he realized that it was only one that was expired. Every other thing was there. Shobo was now crying. I was now looking at those boys like, you guys are bastards. The way they watched him on that thing, it was like. And I remember the people that did that to him in Tiger House. I was like, that was not good. Actually, that was not good, because the boy was crying over that stuff. That you guys just film tricked him. They didn't know what was happening. They told him to solve. The next thing, like, he had no more provision and stuff like that. So I kind of gave him some things, because I was very pissed about what they did on that time. Me and Anthony Egone were like really pissed off about that. But why do you guys do this to this guy now and stuff like that, But yeah, that's what
chicken.
Oh yeah, okay.
I never killed that some chicken.
Oh, yeah,
But I ate. I never killed.
Go wrap him up, I beg. I don't try. Go wrap him up.
Okay, yeah, so thank you very much, my fellow 89 set brothers and my fellow Canadians for joining us today. No hits now. No hits. You know if you publish us now, we go rush you.
It's good to see again after 30 years.
Yes, I've not seen I've not seen you since we finished secondary school in 89. But we've spoken a few times over the phone, so I've not seen you since you left and stuff like that. So it's a pleasure having you guys on. Thank you for sharing our mutual 89 set, 84 to 89 set experiences.
It was awesome.
It's awesome, but when we learned from the 90 set and 2000 set, if you're now, I just dropped that. What? The only thing here is, okay, I didn't go to girls' dorm or sneak out. You understand? So learning from you guys in regards to you guys.
Well, those guys they're different level.
On a different level. But it's only one funny period.
Good or bad? Good or bad? Good or bad?
It was good. I went home. My mother almost fainted. It was really Sunday that took me home. That showed me the way.
So
we woke up on a Sunday morning. We woke up on a Saturday or Sunday morning, and we tried to sleep. We didn't sleep. We woke up. Hunger woke us up from sleep, and I just said, let's go home. He said, oh yeah, and we found ourselves at home. As soon as we got home, my mother almost fainted. She said, what will I tell your father? I am taking you back to your school. And that day, and she wanted to drive us back into the front gate. The moment I said, no, this is not the way. Anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, you took that through the back gate and everything. Yeah, because you guys didn't get exit to
right.
And stuff. And the other thing you said, I just wanted to mention something when you talked about taking showers. Do you know that the very first time in my life I took a cold shower was in command?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I never know how water is When I took out from 2, I was screaming. The boys that were around me, they were laughing like crazy. I've never taken a shower of cold water until I entered command. Now I can do it, but when I was in command, the first week that I was doing it, it was echo because I wasn't used to that. No, I used to warm water.
Outside. Jumping through the window.
I know.
Drinking. In fact, Gideon Akpena taught me how to eat raw cassava. I remember.
Jesus Christ.
Raw cassava.
Those are things that brought us from boys to men.
Oh yeah, no go come for you.
Like I said, command was a privilege. It was a nice time. It was wonderful to have, people of, children of officers or soldiers,
and
of
generals.
the elite, of generals, of ambassadors, of governors, of even the president. I believe Abacha's his daughter.
Abacha's daughter was there. Yeah,
Abacha's daughter was there, and and there was a lot. It was a wealth of experience, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
It was a pleasure having you guys over to share your experience. Yeah, thank you
so much, guys. Thank you. I know it's been a while. So Sheena, I think I'll be visiting Toronto. I don't know which of you guys is in Toronto. I should be in Toronto sometime.
Sheena is in Toronto. I am in Saskatchewan.
All right, I'll be in Toronto sometime next year. Maybe we'll hook up.
I'm in Toronto. Asia is in Toronto.
No, Asia has moved though.
Where is she?
She's in where is Bosse? She's in the same place with Bosse. She told me like 2 weeks ago when I called her. You understand? She told me she's relocated.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. She told me. I talk regularly.
We'll catch up.
Yeah.
So you guys remember, subscribe, share.
Oh, they're both subscribed.
Most important.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Spread the word. All right.
Okay, man.
Peace out, brothers. Love you guys, man.
Peace out.
Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Right.
Yeah.